Okay, hello everybody, welcome back to my video, guys. Today we are doing another Sims 4 build. It's been a while since we've done a Sims 4 build, but I went over to a friend's house recently and I got some inspiration from what I saw there. So basically this is going to be a house that doesn't really have the upper floor. There isn't really like a ceiling. There are ceilings to the rooms, and there's a roof. But basically, my friend's house, a lot of the house, it's a two-story house, and a lot of it's open. So it's not really like, your traditional house, you have one story, ceiling, stairs, and then the second story. This one, the friend's house had a few rooms, and then obviously there was, where the rooms were, there weren't just open holes in the floor, there was a ceiling there. But most of the rest of the house was kind of just open, and kind of like, it's almost kind of like this bridge. So you'd go up the stairs, and they pretty much had this bridge that just took you from one side of the house to the other, connecting all the upstairs rooms. So that was kind of the inspiration for this. So we started off with basically just a bunch of rooms. As you can see, our bridge already, and you can see kind of what I'm talking about the holes. That second story. I liked these stairs, and especially I liked them a lot with the railings. I end up choosing those. I think those end up going good. And then because it's a bridge, I end up putting in rails for it. And I think that also goes well with the stair, kind of like stair banisters, kind of like poles on it. So I did try to add a little more kind of like depth to the house. I don't know how to even say it. Kind of like more shape. I didn't want it to just be this big square. So I ended up doing, like I said, I was thinking about doing the door pushed out, but I ended up doing just the windows because I thought the windows looked a lot better. And I really wanted to kind of make this. I had this style in mind, and it went with. I used that. What would you call it? A foundation for that. So we start off with a white door from the Seasons pack. I thought that really fits, and we did this blue siding with stones, and that fit perfectly. We ended up changing it so I can get the proper shade all over the house. But that's exactly. Actually, we ended up getting rid of the swords, but that is exactly what I wanted in this house. We ended up just throwing a few roofs on both sides, replacing that floor that was taken away. And getting in some windows. So I ended up going with those windows because they fit in good. Then I placed them all around the house to get in some natural light. I made sure they're all evened up on each side. And then I tried to get one over the door and it didn't really work. And I was thinking about doing those. And then, then I kind of repeated all the windows on the top floor again because I kind of wanted to all fit together. There is some of that siding on the inside, but that's okay. Okay, so here we are starting to add on the roof for the house. Again, I had this style in mind, so I ended up getting rid of this. This isn't how it stays. But kind of like, almost, I don't know how to describe it. So basically that, we ended up removing those and replacing it. But basically it just kind of follows this pattern. I accidentally demolished the floor there. But kind of like you had this middle section and then you had two outer sections, and I think this house ended up looking spectacular in the end. I really liked it. I don't know why I expanded that. But then I had this kind of like outside area, and I didn't know what to do with that, so I was gonna expand the roofs, and I'm like, oh wait, I shouldn't probably do that, because that looks weird. So I ended up getting the slanted roofs, and just placing those on there. I thought that fit. Well, probably could remove the singles on there. That would actually probably work. If I ended up doing, going back to this actually when I'm done and doing that. Placed in those windows up above of that room was blocking the window, so I stretched it out. That ends up becoming our oversized bathroom. And I accidentally blocked off the window part there, so it just kind of leads into empty rooms. So you end up having to change all of this once I finally realized. I really wanted to use that light. I thought it would look spectacular in a bathroom like this, but because I ended up having to change it, I could not. And I also wanted a bigger mirror. I probably could have upsized the walls. What I was going to do this. So this house follows a largely blue theme. A lot of blue throughout. You see it on the outside. I was gonna go with that blue tub, but I thought it felt absolutely ridiculous. We went going just with the white tub though, with a little bit of a blue, with the blue at the bottom. Just a normal white toilet. Again, didn't want to go overboard with the blue. And I really liked kind of like the use of rugs. When it comes to the door though, it ends up not working right because of the toilet. But we end up getting that in there and then figuring out how to get that. So here's the master bed. I kind of want it to be almost old-time. No, I shouldn't say really old-time, but it kind of feels like a beige-ish brown color scheme. And I really end up liking it. The curtains, again, in this game, the curtains aren't really that good. We need probably a lot more curtains. There aren't a lot of realistic curtains. But I use some curtains in here just because when you're getting up to change or whatever, you're not just going to have your windows open to show your neighbors, you know, hey, I'm putting on my clothes. And then I did the same thing in the bathroom. I ended up putting curtains in there. I ended up getting rid of that bed because I didn't think... I really wanted to match that dresser because I really like that dresser. And I do believe I might end up changing it. But yeah, no, we don't end up changing it because I thought that bed really matched it. And then we just kind of went with those curtains. I do forget to put a curtain there, but I ended up putting another one there. I thought that would... kind of like the forest really fit, and we ended up throwing some beige carpet in there again, but I thought that looked absolutely beautiful. I did some black tile here. This is where I showed you I went to where I did like the whole fencing. I thought it matched really well, and I'm really happy with that. Now I believe we head into the kids' room. Oh no, so we put some plaster walls, because again, the color of the walls isn't really my thing, like coloring. I color some of them, but when it comes to like a whole house coloring, I don't know, so I just threw in some basically like white plaster walls, and I think they ended up looking very nice. And I wanted, okay, so we have these areas that are kind of like hanging down, and I wanted to put some nice big lights, because you know, I had 2 stories to put whatever on it. We do something, actually I think we end up removing that and putting something else in its place. But I wanted some big lights, and I wanted it to, you know, kind of look grand. And this is where I end up realizing that I have that extra section there, and we have to go in and remodel the entire bathroom. I had to replace that wall, and obviously, because it's stupid to go in that place, or say the floor. We do keep the same sink and the mirror, though. I think we ended up getting a bigger mirror because we didn't have that light. Went for a little bit of a little bit of like a cheaper almost looking like, but our bathroom is extremely huge. This is a kid's room. I don't know why, I just tend to go for like boys' rooms because I feel like that's what I see when I just click on it, and again, that's what I have experience with. So and it followed the rest of the blue color scheme. So obviously like a girl could be in this room, but just I had to put in the blue color scheme because I wanted it to kind of flow around with the rest of the house. So I really ended up really liking that wallpaper. And again, keeping the blue throughout this entire kind of room. Again, you see it throughout the house. I try to find some toys, but we're getting to like the point in age where they're maybe just a young kid, so I'm not playing with any like baby toys anymore. So I tried to kind of stay away from like the little kid toys. And here we end up putting in the curtains because again, you don't want to show your neighbors anything while you're in the bathroom, so you're going to keep those windows closed up. I ended up going with that cloud because I thought it looked really nice and really fit in a kid's room. I wanted to do some pictures. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do though. We had to end up getting we had to get a dresser, so that's what we ended up doing there. And we don't end up putting really any pictures in there. Put in a mirror. Just there. Again, I kept those doors throughout the house because I felt like they're kind of like your doors that you would see in a house. But now, so here we're moving on to the kitchen and dining room. I kind of wanted it to be, again, this is a really open house. And I kind of wanted the kitchen to just kind of flow. So you could basically, if you make something in the kitchen, you walk straight to that wide open doorway that I put right into the dining room. Or if you're in the house, there's a little bit of a gap so you can walk in without going through the dining room. I made sure I got a lot of the needs, so coffee, microwave, sink, all the stuff that is needed. I ended up turning that room. I just threw that down just because I was on the tab and didn't want to have to go back for it later. But that room, with the thermostat, ends up becoming a laundry room. So here we have the dining room. I really wanted that door square or to be kind of like lined up. But we end up not getting that. And I found these chairs I really thought would go... I really liked, I should say, the chairs. But we end up going for a new table because I feel like I use the long rectangle tables a lot. So I wanted to change it up, and we end up using the same chairs, but it's a bit of an X pattern. But I just wanted to get away from the square tables. I think I've used pretty much square tables in all my builds except for one. And I don't even know if that one build that I have the circle table is even on this channel. Okay, so here I just went with the double stacked laundry and dryer. And I haven't used that, like, basically Roomba, so I don't know if it can get through doors, so I might just be sitting in that room. But I decided to throw that in there if we end up, because, again, this is a family house, so I can expect pets. I didn't put anything in there for pets exactly. But here we end up finishing out the kitchen and the dining room, and moving on to kind of like a living space. I threw in a few lights, though, just so that, again, there was light in there. This ends up becoming our downstairs bathroom because you don't want to go upstairs to get the bathroom. I kind of follow the same thing. I keep the same sink, but I threw a new mirror because I had space. And it's a more of an open room. I do end up throwing a painting in here. I end up throwing, I think, that's painting. Yes, we do. And I thought that kind of helped fill up the space. And again, all this is customizable if you end up downloading it, which I'm going to put on the thing. I need to put most of my builds on the shop or on the download page. I forgot to do that. Here we start with the dining room. I kind of wanted a hanging TV. But again, expecting this to be a 3-person house, I didn't want 2 couches because I felt like it took a lot of space, but I didn't want just it to be too serious. Here we got some more artwork sitting around. And I think I'm going to end up putting a table under that TV actually after this because I think I forgot to do that. So here we have the entry stairs. Just some marble, and I think those railings go with it good, just like the stairs up to the bridge. So again, I put in some tables because I did this in my personal house in my playthrough. Putting tables by the windows to display just stuff. On one side we kind of have plants. On the other side we have a little bit of like an old-fashioned radio, I guess you would call it. I don't know what the exact is. And then like a little feathered with ink used for old writing. We have that one fireplace. I tried getting that window in there because I really felt like it fit, and I ended up getting this other window and just put it in white, even though it looks a little different. So we end up fixing this bathroom. I had to get some light in there because obviously the only light was over on the one side and we couldn't have that. And then here we go. I ended up getting the same curtains used before above the bed. In here I just had to find them, which I probably could have just copied them, but I was looking for something a little different. Oh, wait, do we end up putting... No, yeah, we end up getting rid of those, because I thought of that, and I was like, that kind of looks kind of ugly. And then here I just went up kind of finishing some of the details. Okay, so here we have the look at the family room, just our simple 2-person couch and our 1-person little thing. In the back you can see one of the tables and the TV, and you're looking out all nice and beautiful. Here we have the other side, again, very bare, a lot of room for opportunity for others. You can see our little plants, our fireplace, and a little bit of a picture. Here is the one shot of the bathroom looking at the toilet and the painting. It's going to flip, and we're going to see the other side with our mirror, sink, and towels. And the flip. Oh, I'm so good. Here's our laundry room, basically, with just our laundry, washing, and dryer. And there is the basket and the thermostat, and then on the floor is the little room. We didn't include that. Here's the kitchen. I think this turned out really nice with all the lights, the nice black and like kind of gray theme going, a lot of modern. And here we have the dining area with our little black and white, our black and silver table, black and silver chairs, and our little fruit bowl. Here we have the upstairs kids' bedroom, just a little desk with a tablet, some books, dresser, and bed, very simple. And then here we see the toy chest, and then you can see outside lots of windows, lots of things to see, lots of openness. Here we have the master bed. We have the drapes, mirror, dresser, light, and then you can see a little bit of the bed. And there's the other side, again, the drapes, the windows, and the carpets, along with the wallpaper. Here we have the bathroom. We have our drapes covering up the windows so no one sees anything, our little bathtub, and then our toilet. And here we just have the sink along with the mirror, and you can't see the light because the lights don't really anything special, so I did not decide to go light. And here we have just the outdoor picture of our house, all big and beautiful. Okay, I've only got 20 seconds, but thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to drop a like. If you're new here and haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe for more awesome content like this. Here on the left side, you're going to see some more content by me, and on the left side, or on the right side, there's a link to subscribe. Thank you all for watching again, and goodbye.